Hi, I'm Sally Thibault, and in this video today we're going to be tapping on past regrets. Have you ever had those moments where you thought, oh, I wish I'd done it that way, or I wish I'd said this, or I wish it hadn't turned out like that, or maybe there's an old flame that you wish that you had maybe handled things a little bit differently, when you were 16. In this video today, we're going to be tapping on that, because even though you can go through life saying, I have no regrets, which I don't think that's true. I think there's all parts of us, that sometimes we have regrets about we've handled things, and that can really kind of dim your light. So I just want you to think of something in the past that you wished had turned out differently. That if you'd said something different or done something different, it might have turned out differently. And measure on a scale of 1 to 10 that regretful feeling. I'll use the word sadness, and I'll say about a level 8. And I feel it in my gut. So you decide where that's going to be. And if you can be specific again about whatever the issue is, that can always help. All right, here we go. Even though I still hold some sadness that I never said anything, I deeply and completely accept myself and how I feel. Even though there's still a part of me that wishes I'd done it differently, I deeply and completely accept myself and how I feel. Even though I can feel it in my heart, I wished I'd done it differently. I wished I'd said something differently. I deeply and completely accept myself and how I feel. Tapping. I wish it had turned out differently. I wish I'd said something differently. Knowing what I know now, I wished I'd done it differently. I wished I'd handled it differently. This feeling of sadness and regret. I wished I'd handled it differently. I wish I'd done differently. Wish I'd said it differently. This sadness and regret. Feeling it in my heart. Feeling this sadness and regret. I wish I'd said it differently. I wish I'd done it differently. I wish it had turned out differently. This sadness and regret. Take a deep breath and let it go. Just want you to measure that sadness or regret now. See if it's shifted. Now, you might need to tap on a few things. In fact, in EFT, we call this a personal peace procedure. And going back on tapping on everything that you wished you'd done differently or had turned out differently. Doesn't make it right or wrong. It just simply means you're releasing the emotional connection to that wishing it had been differently. So you might need to go back a few times and have a look at this, because it can really stop you shining your light. It just dulls it a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's do a reframe. Down to a 0 or a 2. Even though I had some regret and sadness, I wish I'd done it differently. I choose to believe it turned out just the way it should. Even though I wished I'd handled it a little bit differently. I did the best I could with the knowledge I had. Even though I wish I could turn it back, but I can't. I choose to learn from this experience. Tapping. I choose to learn from this experience. I choose to believe it turned out the way it should have anyway. I give myself permission to let this go. It actually turned out the way it should have anyway. I choose to release this sadness and regret so I can let my light shine. I did the best I could with the knowledge I had at the time. I choose to let my light shine. Take a deep breath and let it go. And hands on hips now. I just want you to think about whatever happened. Just give yourself permission to stop judging yourself and let it go. And you may need to tap on a few other things. And that's how we evolve. I have this great belief. Things always turn out the way they should, which just sometimes we go about it in a strange, mysterious way. Just click on the button here, there, wherever it is, to subscribe, to let you know when the next video is up. And of course, remember about our EFT, Mastering EFT for Personal Use. A really, really powerful mini little course that can help you really get underneath some of these sadness and regrets. And as I said, it's something we do in EFT all the time, is tapping on all the things that you wish had turned out differently, because it just lets your light shine and allows you to evolve. I'll see you soon.